Hey, what are you working on?
Oh, I'm working on this thing and it's taking forever for the methods about. Didn't you do this freshman year?
Yeah, I did the poster last year. I have the method section. We did the same experiment, so I can just send you mine.
Oh my gosh, perfect. That saved me so much time and then I can just copy and paste it.
Yeah, perfect.
Stop! Copying any portion of someone else's work is considered plagiarism without a proper citation. This includes the method section, even if the experiments being run are the same. Writing it in one's own voice is important if you're going to call it your own work. Do not simply copy and paste without thinking of the consequences.
Hey, can you read me the values for condition A?
Yeah.
Okay.
30, 31, 33, 32, 31, 54.
That's really high.
Yeah, we must have just put it in wrong maybe.
Yeah, it's probably 34 because all the other ones are in the 30s.
Yeah, just change that one.
Okay, so 34.
Yeah. 33.
Editing data is a form of scientific fraud. Even though you are seeing a trend and then one sample differs, does not mean you are allowed to change that data point. Always write everything down in your notebook, even if you're going to recalibrate the machine and remeasure to ensure its accuracy. In addition to this, try to stay objective and not assume something about your dataset while collecting it. Overall, recording all the data and taking notes is critical to keep ethics in the front of your mind while running experiments.
Okay, so these are the images that we got of the cell count, but I really expected it to be have more cells and stuff.
I mean, if you look at this corner right here, it's pretty dense, so maybe you could just kind of crop it.
Oh yeah, maybe I can crop it and it'll appear like there's more like we
Yeah,
expected.
exactly. Choose a corner that's dense. Exactly. That looks like it
That
has
looks
a
like it's
better
a lot of
correlation.
cells.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect. All right, so I'll send that to her, and then the other one I had from their fluorescence, so it was kind of dull. There wasn't that much fluorescence.
Honestly, if you just need it brighter, I just edit the settings and make so they stand out a little more.
Okay, so enhance, and I can just bring it up. Oh
yeah,
wow,
perfect.
that looks so much better.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
They
send
won't
that.
even know.
Yeah, they won't know, and I'll just send it to her.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Stop! Editing photos that will appear in the results section could be considered falsification. By cropping images to no longer include certain measurements, you are omitting the data. Reporting the edited data in your work is considered falsification and therefore scientific fraud. Also, enhancing the colors and saturation could be considered falsifying data. Even though your intent is to make what is there more visible, editing a photo could be considered editing data. Instead, try to retake the photo of the same sample to improve imaging rather than editing it. It is always critical to think about your decisions and if what you are reporting in your paper is exactly what was measured or imaged. This allows for ethical decision making.
Hey, what's up?
I was just inputting the data.
Oh, did you just get back from weighing the rats?
Oh no, I forgot to do it today. I just got busy.
Oh, no, that's fine. I mean, you weigh them every single week for months now, right?
Yeah, do you think, I mean, their weight doesn't fluctuate that much. I could just add a little bit on.
Yeah, just add 5 grams or something. And then next week you'll go in and weigh them anyways,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it's not going to make a difference.
It doesn't really matter.
Okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
you're fine.
Stop! Making up data points at any level during the experiment is fabrication and considered scientific fraud. Even though you may not think it is significant in this specific experiment, every data point matters and should be reported. Even with the time constraint, ethics still needs to be taken into consideration throughout the length of the study.
What sample number do you think this looks like?
Looks like a 15, kind of. It's really smudged.
I was thinking more like 18, maybe?
Yeah, it could be an 8. Just go with 18.
Okay, I'll just write that down.
All right, here.
Stop! Although the smudge labels are not the student's fault, guessing which sample it is does not allow for proper data collection. Samples should be omitted if they are not able to be properly identified. Even though it is not their intent to switch up the samples, mislabeling the samples and collecting that data to report would be considered falsification.
What about this one? It's completely smudged off.
I mean, group A is supposed to be weighing more, and then group B is supposed to weigh less, so maybe we can just weigh it and then put in whatever group is
That's fair.
similar data.
Yeah,
we'll do that
sure.
after then.
Sure.
When the labels are completely smudged off and there is no way to confirm its labeling, samples again should be omitted. When one is unsure which sample group the test tube belongs to, it is not ethical to guess on the group assignment based on the measured data. This could introduce a large bias in the experiment and lead to fabricated trends in the dataset. It is critical to think of the long-term result and be conscious of your decision-making.
Oh no! I mean, like most of it's still in there. Do you think it's okay?
Yeah, it's finally like a few drops of liquid came out, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Only, I mean, when we weigh it, we can like add a little. It'll be fine.
And it took like a long time to do, so we don't want to like redo all of it.
Yeah, the professor would be so annoyed.
Yeah.
If there happens to be a mistake while running the experiment, such as a sample dropping or spilling solutions, the measurements from these samples must be omitted. It is not ethical to edit the data in order to compensate for a mistake made. Simply admit to the mistake and rerun the experiment no matter the length of time it takes to do so. This will allow for quality results as well as ethical choices. Allowing more time for the experiment beforehand will also allow time for mistakes and corrections.
Hey, what are you working on?
I'm trying to finish my report. It's due in 20 minutes.
Oh, that's stressful.
I know. I feel like I'm basically just copying what this guy wrote in his paper, but I mean, he said it nicely, so.
I mean, as long as you like reference it, right?
Yeah, I referenced it like once, but I don't really have time to do it again, and like it's basically the whole paragraph. So at this point, I'm just trying to save time.
Yeah, I mean, they probably won't even go through references. No one actually clicks on
exactly.
it, right?
Stop.
Always make time for a proper citation. Copying directly from someone's work without a citation is one of the definitions of plagiarism. The false idea that your references will not be checked can lead to many unnecessary consequences. If you do not have time to include a reference, you should never add any more information from another person's work. Thank you for joining us in this training video, in which we pointed out many situations in which poor ethical decision-making can be seen. We hope that this might help guide your choices in a laboratory setting, and remember to stop before making an unethical choice.